This street is more than just an address for Brian and Debbie.
This one just sold. The people that used to live there, Betty and Ed Arnold, they also retired, moved up to the country.
It's full of familiarity.
The people here, they've been here a pretty good while. We knew the neighbors before them, and they were good friends with my mom and dad when they lived here.
Stocked with stories of Brian's childhood, like the time he came home from the rodeo with a goat.
My grandmother came to stay with us for a period of time, and she fell in love with this goat. She just thought this goat was the best thing.
Made of memories he's since shared with Debbie.
And I don't think she really believed me when I had said I tied my horse up to the light post, and we ended up finding some pictures when we went out to my mom and dad's house of me on this horse.
Brian's parents built this house in 1971. He bought it from them in '94, and for the past 14 years, he and Debbie have made their own memories here.
What I love when we would drive around and we were like, oh, I used to ride bikes with this kid here, his name was blah blah blah, his parents' name is blah blah blah, or my first kiss with this girl down here, and...
But this last year,
we lost everything. There was nothing that was salvageable.
their home was one of thousands that flooded during Hurricane Harvey. Debbie went to Austin to stay with family. Brian stayed behind at the house.
I mean, it looked like a river. It was crazy. I'd never seen it do that before.
Then early Sunday morning,
it started coming up.
Knee-deep in water, Brian called the police for help.
I need out of here. And they said, we've got you on our list. We've got a lot of people to get out. We'll get to you as quick as we can. There was this big military vehicle and was actually coming through and picking people up and getting them out. And I flagged him down, waded out into the water about this high, and got up on the truck, and here we went over to the elementary school,
where the bad news just kept getting worse.
And while I was there, my neighbor called me and said, Brian said, you might want to call the fire department. I said, why is that? He said, because you've got smoke coming out of your ridge vents.
The bottom of their home, 3 feet deep in water, the top bursting in flames.
My neighbor wanted to go in with a garden hose, and they said, no, that's not safe. So they said, just got to let it burn. And so that's what it did.
Images that, to this day, are tough to stomach.
And when you see the pictures, you can see where the flames are, and you know in your home what is burning. And that was the hard thing. Losing the pictures on my mother's things after she passed away, that stuff cannot be replaced. The furniture, that can be replaced. But, of course, you know, the lives come first. But that's what we're most grateful for, but just the stuff that can't be replaced. People will say, well, it's just stuff. It is, but it's not. It's everything you have. Everything was wet and soggy, and to find one little trinket, you had to dig and dig and dig. It was wet, heavy, smelled horrible. The pain and sadness doesn't go away. I mean, we still don't have a home, and we're still in the process of getting a home.
Since then, Debbie and Brian have been living with family. Finally, just last month, their house got torn down.
When we were driving up and it was gone, it hit me hard. Then I was like, we have nothing.
Still, they're constantly hit with what they lost.
Like yesterday, I was watching a Christmas movie on Hallmark Channel, and I don't know, just out of the blue, it just hit me. It's like, all my Christmas decorations, they're all gone. I have no Christmas decor. I have nothing. And then in December, he got kidney cancer.
We've had a few hurdles to overcome.
So all this in under 12 months. So
they did some x-rays and they did a CT scan, and they came back and said, you have a large tumor in your right kidney and the kidney will have to be removed. December 14th went in and they removed the kidney, and they said from all the evidence they could see, there's no metastasizing, there's no evidence of any other organs being affected. So there's no need for chemotherapy, no need for radiation. We think we got everything. Just come back and have tests every so often to make sure everything's good. And so far, it's been good.
A hard year, ending with an impossible decision.
So, after lots of deliberation, we made the decision to just sell the property and try to find us something else.
A necessary move.
Once we sold the property and signed the papers on it, that was like closing a chapter in the book. And as soon as we sign the papers on the new house, that'll be a new beginning for us.
With only one necessity.
That is always my first question. Has this house ever flooded? I think you really have to go through the bad to appreciate the good. I've always said that.
An attitude they're taking with them to a new street.
It just finally feels good. I just have that feeling of peace on the inside. Like, okay, the happiness is starting over. It's time.
Time to meet new neighbors. Time to make new memories.
So it's been a hard year, but when you step back, you have what counts. You have the love and you have the people, and I'm so glad that he's here to hug all of the bad stuff that happened. There's still good stuff in there, and you gotta try to focus on that and find that.
In Houston, Steph Manacero, Spectrum News.